So this message is for those, a specific group that have been doing some deep diving into their shadow work. And a lot of times that shadow work, when you are going through it, it does feel like that caterpillar in a cocoon where it's all dark. It's like you're going through a tunnel and you just have to surrender. You have to release the resistance for the transformational work to be done. So the shadow is the transformational process when you surrender and allow it. It is up to us how long we want to stay there. And what determines that is our release to the resistance, to simply tune in, tap in to what's going on, what's opening up in your heart, what's coming into your emotional field, in and up and working through all of your senses, allowing that. And that is the most uncomfortable process ever. So just like the caterpillar that dissolves completely to form a butterfly, I imagine, I don't know how they feel, but it can't be too comfortable. As you dissolve the identity, the you that you thought you were, it is not comfortable. So that means your identity was based in beliefs and ideas that served you at one point, that was part of your soul's journey, and now it's dissolving. It's dissolving through your allowing. So that shadow work can be dragged out. It can be intermittent. It's all determined on what our soul has chosen to experience, along with what the human free will is allowing. You're gonna do the work. You're gonna do it. Your soul came to do it. It's up to you, the egoic part of you, that is simply going to allow it. Now, the message I wanted to share is, oh my God. So a lot of us are at that tunnel where the light, we're stepping into that new version, that new life that we are becoming. So we went through the darkness. The darkness is a gift. It is the shadow work. It is anything, beliefs, ideas, concepts of ourself. And it really comes down to self, because that just plays out into the physical world and experiences in the collective. So it's about all of those ideas that we're dissolving that no longer serve us. All of those attachments to beliefs, ideas, they're saying timelines, linear time, that we are just dissolving, and we're not even attached to that. We're not even that same person. We don't even have that same past, as Bashar would say. We're not even that experience anymore. So now we're being reborn through our allowance into this new version, this butterfly, this new reality. And during that tunnel time, or that cocoon, or those intermittent times where you're really constricted, we're meant to be constricted, to allow that darkness to come through us so that we can transmute it into the light, so we can transform our physical identity to live that new life. That old version is transformed. It is light. That's how it doesn't exist anymore. So I used to question, well, how can I not be the past if I still remember the past? How can I not be that version? But if you are transmuted into light, and we are connected to all timelines all at once, there is no linear, then it is light. So of course it doesn't exist. It does not exist anymore. The memory is for that contrast, the contrasting experience, so that as a human, you can gain that comparison in the physical human form. So it's for the human. The memories they're saying are for the human. So now a lot of us are in that light now. We've constricted and contracted, so we can focus on the shadow to bring it to light. Now we're stepping into the light. And this is the good part, because now the magic, we freed up and released the fears through our experience, through the feeling. We do the healing. So we freed that up. And now that opens us up to the magic that we are. And it's not that we ever weren't the magic. The magic was kind of on the side a little bit, waiting for us to do the shadow work, to face our fears, to face our doubts, to face our insecurities, to face those subconscious, unconscious belief systems that have been running our life. We became aware of it. We were tackling it. We're focused on that. So you might have felt during those times, oh, I'm not the same person. Where's my magic? Where's my inspiration? Because I've been experiencing that in my shadow work. It's been very, very condensed the past 3 years, but I have had relief points where I release the magic, the inspiration, the wisdom of those experiences. But now we're coming into a more sustainable light. We're going to stay there. And we're not coming or going anywhere. We're just allowing, because we've transmuted a lot of those shadows, that we are just experiencing this now. We are that human spirit living in the human form, living our spirituality in a physical, real way. So now we freed up the shadows because we've transmuted them into light. So now that magic is re-entering the experience of magic. We're always magic. We are re-experiencing the light that we are in a truer, more refined and fine-tuned experience. So the magic, the inspiration is coming online again. We're embodying that because we've done what we were supposed to do in order to experience those higher frequencies. So now our manifesting powers, our manifesting capability is on board, because me, in the past 3 years, I'm like, oh my God, I've lost my magic. I don't feel like that master manifester anymore. But that's because I had to tackle the shadows, the fears, the doubts, the insecurities, facing those areas where I have deprived myself of self-acceptance and love. I had to face that because I'm not going to be able to manifest the things I want to manifest without clearing that. Otherwise, I'm just manifesting the same experiences. This is key. We had to do the shadow in order to manifest new experiences. We had to transmute the darkness in order to manifest from that frequency. So that's what we're all doing now, guys. So this is such good news. Our manifesting powers are back online. There's a time for everything, right? We need both sides of the coin in order to be the complete value, the frequency. You know what I mean? We need the heads and the tails of a coin for it to present as the full frequency, the full worth. So that's what we've done energetically. There are those times. So now we are manifesting from the entirety, the wholeness that we are. So that is such beautiful news. You are manifesting new realities to experiences based on your spirituality, the amount of light that you are allowing and embodying into your experience. So I pulled a Mother Earth heart card because our hearts are one with Mother Earth. Mother Earth represents that equilibrium, the harmony, the peace of our physical capabilities. So this came online and it's so beautiful. It's a little ivory colored stone, but you can see how that had that little shadow in there. It is taken on more of that darkness and fear. It's representing our hearts. We have allowed more light because we've allowed ourselves the shadows. You can't have one without the other. It is coming through the end of the tunnel. It looks like all of these darker rocks are supporting. So the shadows and the darkness and the fears have been supporting this stone. Same with us. It's been supporting us. And now we're coming out with more light, more manifestation, more magic. And it says healing. A healing is the recognition and restoration of our true nature. When you become open to receiving the love that you are, you reconnect with your infinite source, the eternal wellness and joy. So that's what we have done. We have transmuted and transformed any shadows into the truth that they were originally experienced for. Light and love, our benefit, supporting our journey, supporting our human experience. So beautiful. So we have healed. Healed doesn't mean you're changing yourself. You're returning. You're returning to your natural self. And that is where the magic is. That's where the manifestation is. That's where you experience the non-separation of God's source energy. The separation ceased to exist. You now are allowing and embodying the entirety and the wholeness that you are. So that is our message. That is awesome. And if anyone wants a personal, inbox me. I can give you personal guidance, which is a reflection of what you already know in the human way, allowing our human senses to engage. Awesome, guys. Bria Barna. Thank you.